Hi, my name is Alana and today I'm going to interview my grandma who lives in England. Hi Grandma. Today I'm going to ask you a few questions about what you did in the past. Number one, what chores did you have to do?
We used to help with the washing up, and we used to have to make our own bed, and sometimes we would help in the garden, and when it was snowing we'd help to clear the snow away from the door.
How was school?
Sometimes it was good and sometimes it wasn't so good, because you have favourite subjects at school, and I didn't like history at school, but I used to like geography and English, and we used to have playtime, and at playtime we used to have, each of us had a little bottle of milk given to us. They don't do that anymore, but they used to when I went to school, and we used to have our lunch at school, a cooked lunch. We used to have what they call school dinners, so we had a cooked meal every day.
Number three, when did you get to play?
We played halfway through the morning and at lunchtime, and I can't remember us having a break in the afternoon because we used to finish at 3:30.
What was Christmas like?
Christmas in England was very exciting because generally there was snow everywhere. We don't get as much snow now as we used to, but we used to have a lovely Christmas tree with lots of decorations, lots of carol singing, and a group of us children in the street used to get together and we used to go around and sing carols and knock on people's door, and they used to give us sweets.
This is a picture of Grandma when she was a little baby. What sort of food did you have to eat?
Not as much as we have today. We used to have lots of stews and soups that my mother used to make. She didn't have a lot of money, so we were only able to eat what my mother could make. She couldn't buy ready-made meals from the supermarket. We didn't have supermarkets then.
So where did you get the food from?
Well, we had little shops. We had a butcher in one shop, and we had a baker, and we had another shop that sold fruit and vegetables. But my father used to grow most of our own vegetables, so we didn't have to buy, well, we couldn't afford to buy many vegetables from the shop.
This is a picture of Grandma, her sister and her friend in the garden. Grandma is on the right and her sister is in the middle. Number 7. Did you have a big or a little celebration for your birthday?
Well, we had, I suppose, only a small celebration compared to what we have today, because, again, my parents didn't have a lot of money, so my mother used to make us a cake, a very plain cake, and she used to save the candle from one birthday to the next, but we only ever had one candle. But we didn't have balloons because in those days it was wartime and we didn't have any balloons. But we used to make our own wrapping paper out of newspaper, and we used to make our own glue out of flour and water and string, and that's how we wrapped presents up.
So what was your favourite toy?
My favourite toy, I guess, it was a toss-up between my teddy and my rocking horse.
How many toys did you have?
How many toys did we have? Not very many, Alana. We used to make our own things. We used to make toys out of wool and bits of craft material that we picked up from school that we were allowed to take home. So I suppose at Christmas time particularly, we only had one main toy. We used to have a stocking, and in the bottom of the stocking was nuts and an orange, and that was a luxury because we never had those through the year. And little bits and pieces, but we only ever had one main toy.
Did you get pocket money?
No, not until we got older, until we went to, I suppose when we started high school, or the big school as you call it, we had some pocket money there, but it was only about sixpence, which is probably about 5 cents, I think, in your money.
What did you do at school?
We used to call them sums. We did sums, which was maths, and then we did English, and we did geography, and I can remember reciting all the capital cities of every country in the world, walking back home one night from school, or one afternoon from school, reciting all the capital names of all the countries. And I used to like geography, but history, I could never get used to all the dates and the kings and the queens. I used to get them all mixed up.
Did you wear, like, good clothes or old clothes that were all worn out?
Our schools were very strict, so we had to wear uniforms. And because my parents didn't have a lot of money, uniform was quite an expensive item for them. So we had our uniform, and when we came home from school, the first thing we had to do was take our uniform up and hang it up and change into something a bit ordinary.
Okay, then that's the end of the interview. Thank you, Grandma.
It's my pleasure, Alana.
Bye.
Bye-bye.